Coach, you guys start the second half on the big run. I believe it got to a 1-point game. What do you think changed there kind of around? I think there was a timeout around there where they were able to get back in control and extend the lead.
Got to go through it. Right? We got to learn how to sustain the lead. We got to learn how to push back. Right? We got to learn how to compete when it matters most. That's been who we are. We're a resilient team. We've been able to withstand runs, get back in the games, but when it matters most, do we push back? And I think our lack of pushback showed today. And we got to be better in that area.
I know it's tough to think of positives after this one, but what can you take from this game specifically to tell your guys?
We got to be better.
Shooting percentages were pretty low across the board. What would you test that to?
Lack of ball movement, lack of pace. Kennedy's really quick up the floor. It was very early in the game where we knew what the game plan was. Pack the paint, don't allow Casey to touch the paint. We still got to find ways to do that. And in that moment, we've got to share it, move it a little bit better, and then still find ways to attack the paint.
You guys are in set actions at times that were effective at getting open looks, but a lot of the time the ball's stuck in the half court a lot. What needs to be done there to change that?
Same deal. Pace, share, move the ball. Ball movement, body movement.
You look at Quincy's first half, he didn't have a field goal attempt, got it going a bit more in the second half. Was it him being more aggressive, or teammates looking for him more? What do you think contributed to more usage in the second, less in the first?
We got to be more aggressive as a team, right? 56 to 30 down on the glass, right? They shot 40 from three, made practically all their free throws. We didn't, right? So, we can talk about the offense. We can talk about, pace and ball movement. We got to rebound the ball. We got to make our free throws, all right? Early in the game, we're feeling a lot better about ourselves going into halftime. We make our free throws. There's no secrets in this game.
You guys did turn them over, but ultimately the difference in points off of turnovers wasn't a large margin. What do you do to be better on Thursday?
We got to play downhill with force in those moments. When we have an advantage, when we create an advantage with our defense, with our length, like CB does, we got to attack. And we got to attack downhill with force and with physicality. We haven't done that. And we'll change that. We'll change that. We got to convert. We got to convert.
It's a tough conversation to have with the team after a loss like this, but where do you start in getting them to be better for next game?
We talked about looking at each other, right? The first thing we tend to do is want to look at others, fracture a little bit. We got to stay connected, all right? That's one of our cultural pillars. We got to stay connected, despite what the score looks like. I told our guys, I don't care if we're up 20 or down 20, all right? 3 minutes left in the game, the optics matter. Let's be who we are. And we've got to be consistent with that, regardless of what the score looks like. So for us, we've got to look internally. What can I do to be better? How can I help my teammate? As a coach, how can I put those guys in better position to be successful?